We'll start off with the stretches and range of movement exercises in standing. First one, saluting the sun. Fortunately, I have the sun to salute. Link your fingers, push your palms up, lift your chest and arch backwards. Try not to let the pelvis sway forwards, keep the pelvis still, lift the chest and then arch backwards, saluting the sun. With all of these techniques, I'm going to give you a recommended amount of time to hold it for. The stretches, 30 to 40 seconds, the range of movement, just a few seconds. That one, you can do either or, but I would recommend that you hold this for a bit longer. Stretch up, not too far back. 30 to 40 second hold for saluting the sun. Then going the other way, I'll show you side on, is a Pilates roll down. Start with your head. Drop the chin to chest, then the upper back. Let the hands, arms dangle. Try and tick down as though you're taking down each individual vertebra. So you can see the top of the back's curved, but the bottom hasn't yet. And keep going until you get to full curve in the lower back. You don't need to get your hands down to the floor or to your ankles. So you can see I've got a good curve through the whole of my back now. You might start to get a bit of stretch in your hamstrings and then come back up. But come back up from the bottom of the back first, again as though you're stacking each individual vertebra on top of each other all the way up before you finish off by putting the head up. Pilates roll down. You don't have to hold that one, just all the way down and all the way back. Side bend. I'll do this by reaching up first with the hands to reach up as though you're reaching for the sky, and then side bend over. Try and keep the pelvis still, so try not to shift your hips across either way. Keep them in the middle and reach the body over so these ribs are coming up but the pelvis stays in the middle. And again, you can hold this one for 30 to 40 seconds. So reach up and then over. Try not to let the pelvis go. Keep it in the middle like this. So side bend. The next one then for between the shoulder blades. I'll show you side on. Link your fingers. Slump your back, drop your head, and then push your palms forwards and your spine backwards. This one again you can hold for 30 to 40 seconds. Then holding the hands now behind the back, lift the chest up. This one's for the front of the chest. Lift the hands up as far as you can go. Try not to, just again, stick your pelvis forwards. Just bring the hands up. Again, a 30 to 40 second hold on the stretch. And for the next one, we need a wall to stretch again the front of the chest. Hand just below shoulder level, fingers facing back, elbow straight, and then rotate away from the arm, stretching the chest. Again, 30 to 40 second hold. Obviously this one going the other way as well. Then into rotation in standing. You can do this without the pole or with the pole. Without the pole, arms across chest or at shoulder level. Feet spread a little bit wider than normal. Try not to let your hips go and rotate round. You can see my hips are staying square on. The chest goes round and then round the other way. This one, just a couple of seconds into position. You can also do it, as I said, at shoulder level. This changes the axis of rotation slightly, brings it up a little bit. Now you can use the pole for this as well. If you use the pole for this, I'd put it across your shoulders. Again, feet spread, hips square on, and rotate. And rotate. Last stretch in standing, hamstring stretch. So I'm going to put my foot up on a chair, resting on the heel, toes in the air, knee quite bent to start with. Bring the chest down onto the thigh, and then put the hands on the ankle or on the chair. Make sure the back foot is far enough back. Then keeping my nose on my chin close to the knee, rock backwards, straightening the knee somewhat to get a stretch in the hamstrings, and then hold the position 30 to 40 seconds. The back knee's straight, so I'm standing on the back foot with a bit of weight resting on this heel, stretching the hamstring. Next stretches are in sitting on your chair. Sit perched on the air. I can't sit back on this one because of the arms of the chair, but sit forwards, and then the stretch leg crosses over the other leg in a wide cross of the leg. So I'm going to put the ankle of the right foot on the left knee, push the knee down a little bit with my right elbow, and then bend towards the leg to get a stretch underneath. Okay, the other way around. It'll be easier for me on this side. 30 to 40 second holds for that one. Then a spinal stretch in sitting. Slump and head directly forwards and down over the knees. You can see my arms are over my knees, fingers down onto the floor, let the head drop. And this one can also be angled, so you could stay here for 30 seconds, and then I would come back up, then slump, and then head down to the right ankle, stretching more on the left side of the back. 30-second hold again, then come up, slump, and then head down towards the left ankle again, slump down. 40-second hold. Then a neck stretch in sitting. So this time sitting up, I'm going to stretch the left side by going to the right. So a side bend, rotation, and then looking down. So I'm looking down at the outside of my upper thigh, and then I can encourage the stretch with my hand. The other shoulder just stays still. Okay, you don't have to pull it down, but just don't let it come up. Okay, and that stretches the left side of the neck. 30 to 40-second holds again, and then going to the right side bend, rotation, flexion, look down, and encourage with the hand. Also in sitting, you can do some rotation. Now you can use your legs as a pivot to gain some purchase, or you can use the arms of the chair if the chair has any arms. So rotating round, I'm going to use leg and arm of chair to help me round, just as far as you can comfortably for a few seconds, and then just as far as you can to the other side, as you can comfortably for a few seconds. Another back stretch in sitting. On this chair, I have to sit forwards. If you don't have arms on the chair, you can sit back a little bit. This time you're going to reach up, side bend over, but leave that side of the pelvis still on the chair. Rotate, and then bend down. I'm getting a nice stride. I'm leaning on my right arm here, but I'm getting a nice stretch on the left-hand side of the back. Again, 30 to 40-second hold in position. Going the other way, reach up, side bend over, rotate, and flex. Again, I can lean on the arm of the chair with my left arm. 30 to 40-second holds. Next three stretches, I'm going to use the mat. I'm going to be in kneeling or lying. First one is a hip flexor stretch. Knee down, foot forward. I'm stretching the hip flexors on my left. For this one, you've got to have your bum tucked in. If I arch my back, I'm not going to get a stretch. I've got to be tucked in. I hope you can see that. So not there, arched, but tucked in. Hands on the front knee, and then ease forwards. Keep your chest up. Big stretch down this back thigh. 30 to 40-second holds. Show you the other way around. So again, not arched, tucked in. Hands on the front leg, chest up, ease forwards, big stretch down the right thigh. Then, in a similar position, but now I'm going to rotate away from the front leg. So I'm going to put the back of my hand on the inside of the ankle and lean down. Then put my hands together, and then I'm going to rotate away, taking my left hand up and out and opening my chest up to the sky. Again, 30 to 40 second hold. And then the other way around. Left foot down, left hand down to inside of left ankle. Join the hands. Lift the right hand up and away. Then onto all fours on the mat. Shoulder upper back stretch. I'm going to thread my right hand between my left hand and my left knee. And then I'm going to lower down onto it by bending the left elbow and putting my body weight through the stretch. I'm getting a bit of rotation in my spine, but I'm stretching my upper right shoulder, back of shoulder. Again, 30 to 40 second holds. And then going the other way. Thread between the other hand and knee, lower down onto it. And again, 30 to 40 second hold. More stretches lower down onto the mat. So the cat stretch. On palms and knees, hands under your shoulders, knees under your hips. Hump the back. And then arch or hollow the back. Head up, bum out. Head down, bum in. Just need to hold these for a couple of seconds at the extremes of the movement. I'm keeping my elbows locked out throughout. From the humped position, you can go into another couple of positions. Child's pose, maintaining the humped position, so sitting right back, and then keeping my bum close to my heels, reaching my hands forwards. Again, this is a stretch in itself. You can hold this position for 30 seconds. However, we can adapt it by angling one way or the other to stretch the opposite side of the back. So if I move my hands round to the right, I'm now stretching the left-hand side of the back. Hold for 30. And then round the other way, hold for 30. Then going over on to my back, I can do a nice, simple, easy flexion up and rounding off the back, hugging the knees to chest. Just hold this for a few seconds in position each time. And then knee rolling when taking the top leg over. You hold this stretch for longer, 30 to 40 seconds. And you can turn your head and put your arm out in the opposite direction. So if I take my top left leg, make my top leg the left leg and take it over. Left arm out the other way and look down my left arm. 30 to 40 second hold. Back to the center. Make the top leg the right leg. Bring that over. Right arm out rather, and look down the right arm going the other way. Again, 30 to 40 second hold. And then flipping over right down onto my front. Baby Cobra. Not high with this one. Hands don't go up too high, Hands to the shoulders, feet spread. Then use your hands to push you up. I'm lifting my chest off the mat. My lower ribs are just touching the mat before coming back down. Again, you can push up and hold for 30 seconds before lowering back down. Another one lying on your back is the plow. You must have your hands in touch with the mat, and you're going to take your legs up and over, balancing on your shoulders. So you lift the legs up, push back, put your hands on your pelvis, and then let the legs lower down. And again, you hold in position 30 to 40 seconds. and then come out of it nice and smoothly. Again, to get lift the legs, throw them back, push with your hands. I'm resting on my shoulders, not my neck. Get stretching the hamstrings in the back, and then back down, out of it. So that's the stretch range of movement program. You don't have to do all of these exercises every time. You can do some of the ones in standing, some of the ones in sitting, some of the ones in lying, or go through the whole repertoire in one position or the other. You can mix and match. You can see some are similar. So there's some where you rotate in standing, for example, with the pole across the shoulders. And we did one rotating lying on your back, rolling the knees. They're similar exercises. Some you just move into position and hold for a couple of seconds, like the knees to chest. Most of them, though, you're holding for 30 to 40 seconds in the stretch position, but we did talk through that throughout the video. Hope you enjoy this.